Sometimes dreams do come true. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping in. Today we're going to be shooting our first refreshes on the Hudson H9. Very smooth, low bore axis, fiber optic front sight, striker fire. Alright, let's go. Very nice shooter. Very smooth. I like it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about the Daniel H9. It finally came. First things first, full disclosure. I gotta thank the sponsor of the channel, me, because I bought this with my own money. So this is my pistol. They did not send this to me. I bought this with my own money. So it's gonna give me an honest review. This isn't really much of a review since I just picked this up last night. I have not been able to shoot this exact pistol, but I have footage of me shooting this pistol, the rental one at the local gun store that I was at. But first things first, let's talk about it. So this pistol is the new Daniel H9. It just came out about, I think it was Monday they announced it. So this is brand new. This is basically the upgraded version of the Hudson H9. So little history lesson. Hudson was a company out of Texas. They made a pistol called the H9. I'll post the picture right here. They came out with their H9, which is the original design, which is basically a striker fire 1911 is what they were trying to go for. And long story short, didn't last long. I think they were only in production for about a year, and then they went out of business. And not to public knowledge by a lot of people, but Daniel Defense actually bought their patent. They were able to redesign their entire firearm. This pistol is basically entirely redesigned. I think there's only one piece that is part of the original Hudson design. Other than that, this is an entirely new gun. There's nothing similar to the H9 as far as component wise. Obviously design and function is similar, but they re-engineered it. It's not recycled parts. So this is a whole brand new gun. The big thing about this that was very noticeable when it came out was the low bore axis on the slide. As you can see, let me drop it and clear it first. Clear. So as you can see, when you hold this pistol, it makes it very comfortable. And you can see my hand is basically right up on there when I'm holding this. So it's very, very comfortable to get your hands way up there, which means the recoil control is very easy to achieve with this pistol. And that's because the spring is located down here. And the Hudson's was a little bit bigger. It was a little wider down here. So Daniel made theirs a lot skinnier and shorter. So you can actually put your flashlight on there and it's not looking all wonky. This is the final production version, and it's awesome. I love it so much. It's a very flat shooter. I have footage of me shooting it. So I do have to say though, the range one, because it just came out, everyone wants to shoot it. It was very dirty. And you know, those rental guns, they never clean them, or if they clean them, but it's like once a month. So it did have trouble going into battery, but as far as like the shooting goes, it's super smooth. The biggest thing on this that I like the most about it is the trigger. So that trigger, as you can see, it's very weird. It is a striker fired like standard typical trigger safety with the swing safety, and once you disable that swing, you actually get the take up. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that trigger pull for you. So here's the actual pull of the trigger. Not that much at all. And then the reset. Right there. Back to the trigger. So there is virtually barely any take up on that trigger. The most take up that you have is actually from the actual swing, depressing that safety down on the trigger. As far as the trigger pull, it's like a normal 1911. I think I didn't measure the trigger, but I have seen other people do it. I think they said the triggers are at around like 4 pounds. So it's not like super heavy. So yeah, I mean, I love it. Another feature that this one has is the optics plate, which is awesome. I love that. So you put any of your optic. It doesn't come with any of the plates, so you do have to buy the plate separately. But whatever optic you're running or red dot, you just buy the plate and then it's ready to go. The other thing, a lot of people this is like the biggest complaint that people have about is the mags. So people were a little mad that they have proprietary mags. It's a 15 round mag. They are metal, which I like. I love metal mags, but people were a little mad that they didn't do like with like Glock mags. Personally, I don't like Glock mags. I think they're junk, but I know a lot of people like them because almost everyone has them. So I can see why they're mad, but you know what? Can't have everything. So it features a 4.28 inch barrel, and then as well as a fiber optic front sight, and then blacked out rear sight. I love the grip on this. G10 grip has that like 1911 style. Another feature that they added that was not in the Hudson is this little finger groove right here by the trigger well and the grip that actually seats your finger very comfortably. This makes a difference because the Hudson, it used to be just flat. This makes it so much more comfortable in your hand to actually shoot. I love beaver tails too. It has that very defined beaver tail. There's no safety for this. This is not a safety. This is just a beaver tail. But then as far as features go, that's pretty much it. Takedown is pretty much like a Glock. Hit this, pull the trigger, slide it off. I'll do that in my full review. This is more just a first look, first glance, first shot impression video, because I'm going to shoot about 1,000 rounds through this, and then I'll do a full review on this. But I'm just going over the features as far as so you guys know. I believe it's about 26 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. So it is very light. It's a little heavier than like a Glock or like a SIG, but it's still very, very light because of the overall slimness of the pistol. It is very slim. I believe it's 4 inches across the back to actually make it. It's like I would compare it almost identically to the Macro, the P365 X Macro, as far as like length and just maneuverability. It does have a metal frame though, so it's a little bit heavier, like I was saying. But as far as control, super comfortable. If you guys haven't picked one up, I would recommend shooting it first before you get your impressions, because it is definitely a weird gun. So if you're not used to it, or you don't like the newness, or you like sticking with your stuff, I'd recommend getting something else. But this is awesome. The price is a little up there, but I've been waiting for this pistol since the H9 originally released. I was hoping for that pistol to do well, but now that Daniel Defense has made their own, I'm a huge Daniel Defense guy. I have their rifle, the DDM4 V7. Actually, it's the DDM4 SLW. But yeah, I'm loving this. So I'll let you guys know the full review. But thanks for watching. Stick around for that full review. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. that flat trigger is really hard to get used to. So I'm pulling them on the first initial shot, but afterwards it's not too bad. It's at 10 yards, so a little getting used to.